Hello. It's May 31st, 2023. It's a SIG Node CI meeting. Welcome, everybody. Today on agenda, we have a few updates on tests that we extended test coverage. So standalone mode tests are green now. It took us a couple iterations. You may notice last time there were some problems, and now these problems are gone. So we have all the tests executing successfully. And we switched periodicity to 24 hours. So this is all alpha and this is regular. One thing we may want to do here is to extend the test coverage. Today, the only test we run is we're creating a static pod, and satisfied with that, we may need to add upgrade scenarios, maybe a static pod with some storage, maybe some security features as well. Just to name a few. But I think over time we'll keep extending this. At least we have a basis for that, and now we can look further. And I hope it will catch situations like we had before. Like last release, we had 2 caps that broke standalone mode. Now we should be able to catch it very quickly. Okay, next one is ARM64. ARM64 code for that was merged. Test grid definition was merged. Now the problem still persists. After first merge, there was a second merge, some adjustments made, but we still have it failing. You see, it still cannot start. So that is something that needs to be investigated. I'll try to ping a few people, but hopefully we can have this addressed soon, and in 128 we will have ARM64 tests available. So I do have an update on the multi-NUMA.
That was me, right? I was supposed to look into that. Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't get time to progress on that, but I'll definitely have an update next week.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Do you need a bug tracking that, or you just remember?
I believe I had, this was done actually as part of Topology Manager GA graduation. But if you want to move that to periodics, maybe we can create a separate bug just for that, because I like that issue is completely closed now because Topology Manager graduated to GA. I can take care of the bug creation as well.
Yeah, the problem with CI jobs that are not periodically running, and we may miss some issues. By the way, I still don't understand the reason why we don't run optional CI jobs periodically. It will probably be a good idea. We can even do it through like dummy PRs when we have empty PRs that just test every job. But yeah, maybe like keeping in sync periodics and CI jobs is not, sometimes they going away from each other, and like CI job is not fully covering whatever periodics running or other ways around. And it makes it harder to understand how to test the PR and what kind of tests are available. Brian, I wonder if it was ever raised in the SIG testing. Okay. I see you unmuted yourself.
Yeah, I heard you mention SIG testing, and I'm trying to figure out if I have something useful to say. Sounds like Swati might have a comment.
No, I was kind of thinking about this, but like my understanding was that we have periodics and then we have pre-submits, and their purpose is kind of different from each other in the sense that, you know, you submit your pre-submits, you can enable a job at the time of a PR for a very specific case, and that's why we have them as optional. So enabling them as part of periodics might be just because of resource constraints, I believe. I kind of want to have that separation, but that's just my understanding.
Yeah, so yeah, the problem is that approaches pre-submits are degrading over time, and pre-submits also diverging from periodics definition. So if there are some alpha feature flag or like some feature flags that was defined on periodics, it's not on pre-submits any longer, and pre-submits wouldn't run. That's kind of
Yeah.
issues happening all the time. Right? That's probably the reason.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you also, Sergey, pointed out that the serial CPU manager pre-submit job kind of bit rotten, and I'm started looking into that, started today. So I agree with you, but I unfortunately, besides fixing that reactively, I don't have any good idea at the moment how to handle that.
yeah, and probably not SIG Node would be doing it. I mean, what we can do is to just run all the SIG Node related pre-submits periodically with MCPR, but I'm not sure if it's a good practice or not.
Okay, I will probably reach out to SIG testing if as part of the investigation for this job. I mean, alongside, not because of. So I will ask if there are practice or docs I can report here, if they're established approach.
Thank you. Next one, I think it's Dixie, right? Dixie.
So I have shared the first draft for the guidance around test coverage. We spoke about it like a few weeks ago. And let me see how to have public access. It will be really great if all of you can take a look at it and drop in some feedback as to how we want to have this document so that it's easier for everyone to understand as to what tests go in which section on test grid. Yeah, that is all regarding that. Let me see. I'm looking into the permissions circuit. I'll just fix it.
Yeah, you can grant permissions to this group.
Okay.
Yeah, this is email.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
So it's basically the same as we discussed before on one of the previous meetings. Oh, now I have permissions. Okay.
Yeah, I just went ahead and granted commenter permissions to the group. So it will be really great if you can look at it and drop in some feedback around structure or around any of the guidance that's provided at the top.
This is great. Thank you, Dixie. Yeah, I think we need more guidance on how to define tests and how to structure them. Brian, you said, can you post in URL? I'd like to see those too. What URL you mean?
You were just showing two documents. You went through them kind of quickly. I've not seen that, and I'd like to look at those things and at least know about them, and be able to find them when I need them.
So this is like linked in agenda.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So you could go to agenda, this agenda doc, and I will post specifically this. Yeah, I think Dixie was sharing same document before, and adjustment was made, like cryo was added and something else. Yeah, anyway, please review, and I think we can start applying this classification of tests. Yeah, sorry for my voice. I still have some sore throat. Okay, let's go next. This is okay. Let's go through performance really quickly and then through dashboards. No surprises. Same. And mini runtime. Memory. It's okay. CPU is stable. Yeah, no surprises. It's good. Okay, now let's go through CI board. I pre-reviewed everything and removed everything that does not belong in here. Not too much happening right now. So add, created this one. Okay, there are still active comments. Assigns to poly. Okay, I think it just needs reviewer. Anybody interested to be CC'd on it? Please let me know.
Yeah, can you CC me, please?
Thank you, Satya.
Thank you.
Array test driver. Okay, we're doing more and more stuff with the array, and there's changes here. Yeah, it needs to. Anybody interested to review this? Seems to be quite straightforward.
Yeah, add me to that as well.
Okay, we're done with test part of it. Is there anything else for test agenda? Okay, go to the bug triage. Okay, 2 days back, it's a new issue. Okay. Yeah, I just looked at this logic for sidecar containers. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a some race condition. Like you don't even need to reboot the node. It's like kublet restart will be enough to get into the state.
but this is about jobs in particular. I've seen a couple of issues related to job and restarts. So long story short, do you mind CC me in this issue? I would like to have a look. Thank you.
So yeah, I wonder what was the spot actually run to completion, and then after kubelet restart, it wouldn't fail to tell that it's completed.
Exactly. I would like to, it's a good chance for me to have a deep dive and understand what, if you have a job in terminal state, like job completed, and then you restart kubelet, what happens? I'm interested in this case, and this is why I want to have a look.
So you're gonna try to reparate?
Yeah, I cannot make promises about my bandwidth, but yes, I'm interested in this case about jobs and kubelet restarts.
Okay, and let me also.
I am too. We've been seeing this at my work.
Why would you restart kubelet? My first question.
From on the cloud, you don't want, neither does. On bare metal, sometimes it happens, and I'm interested in bare metal scenarios.
Okay. Brian, do you need CC as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. I don't think it's a new issue, so it's 125.
Typo 28.
Priority. Okay. Yeah, I'll fix it later. Deprecation notice for CRI failed Docker CLI. Yeah, it sounds okay. Okay, after upgrade to 126, something happens with garbage collector. This is bad. Yeah, I don't think it's node related.
Do they have some kind of custom deployment CRD kind of thing running? Because it sounds like the thing that's auto scaling is not cleaning up after it scales down.
Yeah, but I think this doesn't clean up because of some duplication, like this errors happening, some ports duplication, something.
Hmm.
This is PR that is referenced here. It's for port deduplication. Yeah, let's keep it as a SIG network, and if issues still persist after removing the duplicated ports, then we can take a look. Okay, start a proper run again after Kubernetes restart.
I don't think that's unusual. I think I've been seeing that. Isn't this the way it always works? It's going to run the port check and then it's going to find it's up. I've seen it run early.
Yeah, I think it's a feature request. We actually have another issue to avoid reprobing on readiness probes. Yeah, this one. I remove kind bug and make it a feature. Because it's expected. Unfortunately. And last one. Okay, so they're talking about deployment, mark search, and mark available. From very first glance, it's not SIG node related. Okay, reapply. Yeah, I will make it SIG CLI. Okay. Yeah, so we're done with triage of bugs. I don't have much energy in me because of ways to go through and need information. If somebody wants to take over and get some review here. If not, we can just finish early today.
Yeah, not I.
Okay,
I'd prefer to adjourn.
thank you. Let's do it next week then. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you
Bye.
for slugging it out, Sergey.